is Alan. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be talking about these 7 books, my TBR for December, and I'm going to talk about each of them briefly, see if I can do just like 1 minute. I'm doing 3 buddy reads in the month of December, and actually this bottom book, Getting Naked with Harry Crews, is a leftover from Nonfiction November. And I'm also, at the very end, going to talk specifically about, I'm going to do a compare and contrast between these 2 books, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald and Appointment in Samara by John O'Hara. And Fran Lebowitz said that this book, the John O'Hara book, is a 20th century classic. Appointment in Samara is the first and most widely read book by the writer Fran Lebowitz called The Real F. Scott Fitzgerald. And this is a book that, I thought I had read, one of those type of books that is a classic that maybe like The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, one of those books you thought you might have read, but I really didn't, or if I did, I forgot the ending, and I won't be spoiling the ending. But so, at the very end, I'm going to compare and contrast these 2 books, which I've read The Great Gatsby now, and I've read, for those keeping track at home, this one I started a few months ago, so I'm going to just reread it. It's they're both fairly short novels. Now, on to the buddy reads. Paradise Lost, John Milton. Me, Roz at Scallydandelling about the books, Madelyn Made with books, and a special commenter, Stephanie. We're buddy reading this. We started in November, so we're taking it slow, a book a week. And we're all, I'll speak for all of us, we're enjoying this much more than we thought we would. It's really, we're sinking our teeth into it. We comment throughout the week and then primarily get together on Sundays, but you can see I'm really annotating it up. Red and blue and black ink. And I'll be reading this for rest of my life. It's like a Dante, great discovery. And then Una at Codex Cantina, Roz again. Roz is my Clarice Lispector reading buddy. We've read, this is our 3rd Clarice Lispector together, Near to the Wild Heart, a quote directly from James Joyce's A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, by the way. So we're plowing through this. Really, it's unlike her other novels, Aqua Viva and The Passion According to G.H., this novel has more of a plot. It has characters and things. So this was her first novel, by the way, too. But there'll be more Clarice Lispector coming from us next year. Not only this book, but others. On to another buddy read of mine, Sonya at Enthusiastic Reader. If you remember my Spooky Scary original tag in October, I made a point and a minor vow to read some spooky scary stuff. I'd never read Joe Hill. So Sonya and I are plowing through this. This is a big book. It's 700 and some pages long. It is exactly 692 pages long. And I'm impressed with this book. I'll be reading more Joe Hill. We're enjoying this. I read and reviewed James Patterson's Jester last month, I believe, and I've been wanting to read this book. This was my dad sent me this. He enjoyed it. He's not the biggest Bill Clinton fan in the world, and he enjoyed it. But I started reading this, and I'm about 50 pages into it. I'm enjoying it. I think the times, it's political times this year. Last but not least, I'll be doing a separate review on this in a day or 2. I read this book. It's Interviews with Harry Crews. The late, great Harry Crews. Brian and I buddy read this, not this, but Scar Lover a few months ago. Both enjoyed it. And I'll be quoting from the text, and he's a writer's writer. I really like him, and I think a lot of other people would too. Not only male readers, but women as well. He writes very strong women characters. Now, last but not least, having done this, I just remember too, as if Roz and Brian were sick enough of me already, we made a point. I like to turn people on to writers and books, and one of my favorite crime fiction writers is James Lee Burke. And a book, he's already got newer books up, but one that's only a few years old is called Robichaux, after Dave Robichaux, one of his main characters in a series of novels. We're buddy reading that, Roz and Brian and I, the last weekend of the year. And I feel like I should buy them the books because I bought the book, it's on its way, but it's, I wouldn't expect them to buy the book, but the libraries are closed now, so they'll probably have to buy the book. So I'm going to let them out of that if they prefer to read that sometime next year, with the holidays. Boy, a lot of books coming up from Big Heart Books and Classics. So if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment. I'd like to talk to you. Until then, I remain yours. Peace out.